Principles of language assessment. These principles are applied to effective assessment. We will look at each one here. There is not a priority order. The importance depends on the context of your classroom. The first one is practicality. That refers to the logistical, administrative issues involved in making, giving, and scoring an assessment instrument. We have to consider cost, the amount of time that it takes. The test should not be too long or too short. A practical test can be completed by the test taker in appropriate time. It has clear directions for administration, and it considers the time and effort involved to both design and score. Then we have reliability. A reliable test is consistent and dependable. Reliability does not really deal with the test itself. It deals with the results of the test. The test results should be consistent. A reliable test gives clear instructions for scoring. It has uniform rubrics for scoring. It contains tasks that are unambiguous to the test taker. Reliability of test can consider some factors. The first one is students-related reliability. Means that we have to know that learners may have a bad day, anxiety, and other factors which may affect their score. Then we have rater. Reliability is connected with human errors, subjectivity, scoring criteria that may influence in scoring process. Another one is test administration reliability. Is related with the condition and situation in which the test is administered. Some examples are the condition of the desk, the chair, some noise from outside the classroom. Then we have the last factor, which is test reliability. Sometimes the test itself can cause measurement errors. For example, we can have an open-ended responsive test or a fixed responses text. In that case, the last one with fixed responses answers, and that test increases reliability. Validity is the most complex criterion on an effective test. We can say that one characteristic of a valid test is that it measures what it's supposed to measure. A valid test relies on empirical evidence and offers useful, meaningful information about the test taker's ability. Is supported by theoretical, rational, or argument. Brown proposes 5 ways to establish validity. There are types of evidence. The first one is content-related evidence that emphasize that the test content should be appropriate to identify the achievement that you want to measure. Then we have criterion evidence, emphasizes on the relationship between the test score and the outcome. Another one is contract-related evidence, refers to the concepts or theories which are underlying the usage of certain abilities, including language ability. Consequential validity is related with all consequences of a test. The last one is face validity, that refers to the degree to which a test looks right and appears to measure the knowledge or abilities it claims to measure. The next principle is authenticity. That is difficult to define because who can certify whether a test is related with real world or not. Authenticity deals with real world. An authentic test contains language that is as natural as possible, has items that are contextualized, not isolated, includes meaningful, relevant, interesting topics, offers tasks that replicate real-world tasks. The last principle is washback, that may refer to both the promotion and the inhibition of learning. Washback influences both teaching and learning. We may have a positive and a negative influence. A test that provides beneficial washback influences what and how teachers teach, influences what and how learners learn, gives learners feedback, is more formative in nature, that summative provides conditions for peak performance by the learner. Washback enhances a number of basic principles of language acquisition: intrinsic motivation, autonomy, self-confidence, interlanguage, among others. All these principles of language assessment are a guideline for an effective assessment.